Hello, let me get right to it. Usually I talk a little bit about myself, blah, 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 but I think the people want me to get right to it. They don't really know about me to stay on any longer. So I notice when I ramble a little is no good. So I'm just going to get right into it, which I hate. I like a build up, but, the 2.5 people that watch it, they don't seem to like that so much. So I'll get right to it. I want Bill Burr because if you notice how I always date my videos. I do that for a reason because I would hate for somebody to be like, "Oh, you're biting off other people," da da da. But I'm like, hey, maybe great minds think alike. Cause did you see my previous video? I know you didn't, but yeah, my previous video was like I was upset because I couldn't understand why the media or even people did not give two fucks about Rick Moranis getting hit. So, how delightful was it for me to be like, all right, maybe I'm onto something? Because, as we all, I'm sure everybody watched the monologue by now of Bill Burr. I'm not going to like review it or anything. No, I am totally going to review it, even though like I'm a week late. So, yeah, he touched on the very subject that I was talking days prior before that. And mind you, Rick Moranis had gotten hit like even days before I talked about it, but nobody gave two fucks, which was horrifying because you could see how the media is so selective in their outrage. Da 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 da. So how nice was it when Bill Burr mentioned it? I was like, yeah, that was really cool. So maybe people should listen to me more. Because whatever I talks about, it done happens. Okay. I remember when I spoke about the Joker. Um, People were making it like racial and stuff, which was weird because they were like, "It's a white guy doing shit," da da da, and I was like, "That's bizarre." And they were calling him an incel, and then I was like, "No, he's not." And then all of a sudden, the stories were changing. I know it's delusional behavior on my part, thinking that people are watching me and blah blah blah. But what if they are, right? What if like a paranoid person isn't a paranoid, and what if they're right? So there's that. And speaking on that, somebody had commented about crazy person. I'm like, hey, maybe I do have a condition, but I don't think it's crazy. Maybe grandiose behavior, maybe narcissistic tendencies. So how about let's be a little more accurate when you're gonna name call me. Um, oh my gosh, and I'm also trying to be more serious. Look how comments affect people. I know, like, some people say that shouldn't affect people, but clearly, because when that person called me crazy, all I could think of was like, oh, because I change my tone of voice. Sometimes I ramble, sometimes I speak loudly. And I'm like, but why can Chris D'Elia do it? Well, he's canceled. But when he was on, he was always like being really like high strung. And what else? Tim Dillon. He likes was always screaming. And who else screams? Who's the other comedian that does it? Fuckballs. Wait, I wrote it in my notes because I got notes, guys. I got notes. Hold on. It was Tim Dillon. Bill Burr, the guy I'm talking about. Derp. Anyways, but as soon as a woman does it, she cray cray. That's not nice, right? So look. And I'm not seeing my therapist anymore, so it's not like I can talk to her like, how can I make this shit not matter? If I'm bothered by 3 comments, imagine like 1,000. One day, you want to cross your fingers for that because you know you've made it. I know a lot of people are bitching about you. But anywho, where was I? So I was talking about that, about how Bill Burr got it right. Although I will disagree with him on 2 things. He was talking about how like white women are like pain in the butts because they always complain. I feel he dropped the ball on that. I'm gonna say all women, right? Including this one right here. Let's be inclusive. Aren't we in a day and age of, you know, putting everybody, being inclusive? It's the correct term, right? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's all women love to complain in our pains in the tushies. I'm gonna disagree with him on that one. All women complain on the internet. Hello. Yeah. I had that against what he was saying. And the other thing he was saying about like all these months about you know, uh pride and all that stuff. And I'm like, um us Hispanics, we're unproblematic because we don't even have a month. I bet nobody knew then. Nobody gives two fucks. We don't even give two fucks. We have 2 weeks in one month and 2 weeks in another one. How about them apples? How about those manzanas? Like, seriously. So, give Hispanics a little something, something, all right? But yeah, those are the only two things I disagreed with him. But nevertheless, he's on the money. Totally loved it. I think like the rest of the country did. Anybody that complained, I guess they were being what nowadays that's what people do. They complain. But anywho, I don't even know why they were complaining about him. Because yeah, he's abrasive, he's blunt, but piece of advice, guys. Not that you would get it from me, because who gives a shit? But I'm still gonna say it because I know like 3 people do watch me. So listen and listen well. Yeah, you much rather talk to people like that because the most dangerous people in the world are the charismatic people. Those are the shady boots. Like, I'm sure you guys could Google it. Like the first Joe Rogan guest that he had in Texas was Adam Curry. Adam Curry was like so nice on the show, like so talkative and so sweet. And then he goes on his own podcast, No Agenda, and he was just making disparaging comments about Joe Rogan. I mean, it's not that serious, but it was still kind of like, ugh. I've mentioned before on my other show where I just hate people when they are just shady, you know? So again, if anybody does think that I'm abrasive or loud or sometimes or crazy, hey, that's much better than a deceptive bitch. How about that? Like, it's so true. Like, Adam was so nice on Joe Rogan's show. And then on his own show, No Agenda, he was like, oh, Joe Rogan was acting like he had ADHD. Did I even say it right? You know what I meant. Joe Rogan was like yelling out, calling out, changing subjects when I was bringing up subject matter. He was smoking so much. He was like a nut job. And I was like, no, but the funny thing is, Adam Curry felt like he was saying nothing wrong because he was just very casual. Even if you listen to it, it doesn't sound like a big deal. But to me, because I'm like a very fair person. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, be nice, be true, be real. Again, that's why I don't mind Bill Burr, because at least he's being honest. I'd rather know what you're feeling and thinking than what you're not and what you're going to say behind my back. That's a problem. So, look how twisted people are. If anything, they should be saluting Bill Burr, because it's like, he's being honest. I much rather know what you're thinking. I don't want you to be like, piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I don't want you to be fake, you know? So, oh my god, the real me's coming back. Remember before I was all serious, but now I'm getting into the conversation. So I might start changing my pitches, like, relax, peeps. So anyways, like, Adam was saying these things on his own podcast, and I was troubled. Oh my god, what a serious word. I was troubled because the hypocrisy. Like, if he thought Joe Rogan was acting nutty, he should have told him right there, like, oh, are you okay, man? You're acting a little, like, off. Like, oh, are we cool? Are you cool? But I know he wanted to keep it professional. But what's the point of not saying it to Joe Rogan's face and then going on his podcast and talking shit? Again, he did it so briefly. Like, if he did it, you might not even catch it. You know what I mean? But it's so gross, typical behavior of these fake, polite people that'll be so nice to you, like, hey man, yeah, we're cool, and then they go to somebody else and they talk shit. I hate that. Like, how dare he? Like, he was a guest on like the most biggest podcast like in the world. I can say that, right? And again, if he thought Joe Rogan was going off the rails, he could have brought him down. He could have been like, hey man, you're going all over the place. Let's bring it back, you know? But to say it afterwards, to me, it's not even a commentary. Because what I'm doing is a commentary. I don't know none of these fucking people. But you best believe I ain't going to do that about somebody I know. especially after they had me as an invited guest. Like, I would, how does that even make sense? And it's not even so much commentary. Like, I love how Bill Burr talked about white women. I'll talk about what males. Like, what is this behavior coming from a male? Like, that's a commentary slash gossipy behavior. Leave that to us women, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't even believe I just said that. Luckily no women watch me, so they're not gonna complain. But yeah, that's like teetering on the gossipy, venue. Like, that's why I always had like a problem with like other celebrities when like they were like either talking about Chris or not, because I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you don't, like, once you meet somebody, like, that's it. It's off. You don't talk about it. And if you're gonna talk about it, you do that shit on like Patreon, and you ask, because Patreon is supposed to be like the behind the scenes. So I guess that's what the No Agenda podcast was saying, like, oh, behind the scenes, this was happening, and then we went to the restaurant. Is like, yeah, but did Joe Rogan want people to know that? I know. I hope I'm making sense. It was just so like, like. It's the worst when somebody, again, you do have to like the crazies out there in the world, because they're gonna give it to you real. And I'm not saying them being rude, because I don't also agree to that. Nobody should ever be rude to your face and disguise it with, oh, I'm being honest. No, you need to be tactful. But I'm saying, I don't like the thing talking behind your back, and I feel like Adam Curry did that. Yeah, I wanted to talk more about Bill Burr, but here I find myself talking more about Adam. I guess I'm not talking so much about Bill because I thought he was wonderful, so I only talk a lot when I'm bitch. So that sucks, because I really wanted to like showcase how like Bill Burr did like a great job, and he did shed some light on the Rick Moranis thing, which was like awesomeness. But yeah, I just want to like accentuate. Oh god, I hope I'm using the right words. How that's so not cool. And a lot of you guys do that, and it's a nasty habit. Don't be gossiping. Like, what is this? Like, it's so uncouth. And I love how like a lot of guys think it's no big deal. Like, I've gone on dates and a guy's gossiping with me. It's like, what are you doing? They'll be gossiping to me about family members. I don't even fucking know these people. Like, what are you doing? It's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. Like, just not cool. And Adam seemed like so like, he acted like if he was like smarter or something. That's me, of course, assuming. I can't differentiate when I assume, or it's like my personal opinion. But like, you could tell, So not cool. Pay attention, people. Pay attention to like, not so much how much a person acts, but their words. Like, if you're really going to be smart and you're really going to be like always listening to these podcasts and be objective, like, really listen, really see what's going on. Don't get distracted by the bells and whistles. But I guess I'm going to get off, because that's all I got to say. I don't even know if I was funny. I'll try though, right? I think I tried like 3 times. But anywho, I'm gonna get off. I might post this or I might not, because I like to listen to it myself. I love how I like to listen to it and be like, this is good, we're going with this. Because the last one, I was like, this is good. And instead it was too much rambling. And I still decided to post it. And the mic was low. I know, the mic sucks, right? Yeah. Too lazy to buy a new one. Sorry. And I know it sucks, but sorry again. So, I'll do it. You've seen the lack of viewership I have. It's not a big motivator to get me to like upgrade. But yeah, I was good, right? I think I was good this week because I talked about the subject right away. So again, usually I talk more about me, but I'm gonna try not to. Don't want to bore you, fellas. So anyways, I will be back. per usual. So, hope you enjoyed it. I know it was serious, but that's good, right? Because it shows you I'm a big girl. All these comedians have to talk in a stern, serious voice to be taken seriously. Like, God forbid we start yelling like the men and be all over the place. We don't want to be judged. You know, women have to like walk a fine line. It's not fair. It's not cool, but if not, some of you people get extra judgy. So I gotta keep it together. But for the people that are nice, I got like a lot of messages. Somebody even messaged me about my dog, which was so cute. So I guess some of you guys are being uber nice, and I do appreciate that. So for whoever does receive the message and does comprehend me, gracias, much appreciates. So yeah, bye.